Duality is not the reality. From the moment we begin to perceive this physical world, we experience it in pairs. Light and dark, good or bad, beautiful and ugly, truth or myth. This split we experience known as duality, which shapes much of humans' mind and thought process. Duality leads to the balance of opposing or complementary forces that exist together and help define each other. Yet ancient wisdom and modern philosophy challenge this very framework, asking, what maybe the truth lies beyond this opposites or relativity? When we think about what good and bad really mean, along with concepts like profit and loss, expensive and cheap, or feelings of appreciation and isolation, we can see that they all connect to our experiences of pleasure and pain. It's interesting how our emotions play such a big role in how we perceive these ideas.
Duality in the material world, yet within the realm of thought process. Imagine you are experiencing the beauty of a flower. What you really experience are the emotions related to the concept of a beautiful flower rather than the flower. Also, you might not need a real flower to exist to enjoy this beauty. But at the very moment you perceive this flower as beautiful, the ugly side is created. Where, in your mind, when you experience the ugly side, it will bring neglect, pain or suffering. But what if you could see both aspects together? On the other hand, one person sees the flower as beautiful, while another may see it as ordinary, or even allergenic. Does beauty lie in the flower? It's fascinating how these dualities highlight two sides of a single reality. You can't truly grasp one without understanding the other. In a painting, the dark areas really help to bring out the light ones, creating a beautiful eye-catching contrast, but yet, it is a unique individual experience. The material world is composed of various fundamental energy sources, and is accessible to our senses' consciousness. We can explore the idea of duality by comparing to materials that are made up of different fundamental energy sources. Duality exists in this material realm, influenced by time, experience, location, traditions, ethnic beliefs, and etc. It is deeply contextual and often shaped by the nuances of culture, geography, and historical perspective. Depending on setting, what counts as dual, or even what opposites, that can shift dramatically on how an individual mind processes the materialistic concepts in their unique way.
Duality also shifts. What is considered dual or even their opposites can shift dramatically depending on time, place, and tradition, which are all within the realm of thought. If your mind realizes silence as a weakness, what it really sees is lack of courage, passivity, or fear. Not speaking out against injustice may be seen as complicity. Remaining silent in abuse may reflect powerlessness. In other contexts, silence is an act of inner power. In deep thinking, silence allows clarity and transformation. Staying calm in conflict might be due to wisdom. This reminds us of nothing absolute. Silence is neither weakness nor strength in itself. It becomes one or the other based on the intention, timing, and awareness. Duality has been expressed differently across time, culture, and traditions, ranging from sacred versus profane in ancient societies, to political and scientific binaries in modern times, and environmental and philosophical contrast across the regions. While Eastern thoughts often see duality as balance, Western traditions emphasize opposition, and today many question the validity of these binaries together.
Religious and spiritual dualities are fascinating aspects of different traditions. In Christianity, you'll often find the themes of light versus darkness and heaven versus earth, which highlight important contrasts. Meanwhile, many indigenous traditions see duality through relationships, such as humans versus non-humans, and the connection between ourselves and the land. Each perspective offers a unique insight into how we understand the world around us. Different cultures can have unique perspectives on what's considered good or bad. For instance, while one community might see solitude as a peaceful time of reflection, another might view it as a sign of disconnection. It's amazing how our experiences shape our values. Duality is flexible and can help us understand and connect with each other. The meaning we derive from things often depends on the context. Instead of getting stuck in an either or mindset, we can embrace the idea of complementarity instead of seeing things as opposites. Let's focus on interdependence rather than division and choose to take different perspectives rather than sticking to strict rules.
Understanding beyond the duality. To illustrate the concept of understanding beyond duality, consider two individuals who purchase cars. One person buys a small, affordable car, while another individual buys a more expensive car. Both are in good running condition, but with additional comfortable features. The second person spends more than 10 times what the first person spent. However, both cars serve the more or less the same purpose. And imagine both owners are satisfied with their purchases. This situation is highly relatable and really highlights how personal perception can shape someone's feelings, even when looking at the same thing. The first person focuses on what their car lacks compared to others, leading to feelings of inadequacy and disappointment. In contrast, the second person appreciates what their car offers, including its unique features, and feels admiration and pride in owning it. This example illustrates that people's judgments are often reflections of their values, experiences, and personal expectations, rather than an objective assessment of reality. When we consider these different reactions, it's important to remember that owning something luxurious isn't about impressing others, it's about what makes you feel good, comfortable, and proud. What if we say the emotions such as, run by both perspectives were the reason for this selection?
The real purpose of using a vehicle is to move from one place to another. Each car has 4 wheels, and all 4 wheels contribute to the car's ability to roll, generating kinetic energy when the car is in motion on the road. The amount of kinetic energy depends on the speed and mass of the car, but the fundamental property of kinetic energy, its ability to enable movement or rolling, does not depend on speed or mass. Whether a car is budget-friendly or a luxury model, they both have this rolling ability and can get you where you need to go. This raises the question, what is the difference between an expensive car and a cheap one in terms of performance? Is there really a distinction between the concepts of expensive and cheap in this context? This kind of questioning really helps us develop empathy, engage in meaningful dialogue, and grow personally. What do you think? Should we dive into how duality shows up in modern ethics or identity next? Or maybe we could explore its connection to non-duality and oneness in mystical traditions.
The understanding of duality does not equate to reality. Grasping the concept of duality can be challenging, but it's important to remember that our understanding of duality may not fully reflect reality.